Farmers in parts of the U.S. are staring at their fields and seeing their hard work dry up in front of their eyes. The worst drought in almost 6 decades is taking a big bite out of the crop yield. And now buyers are paying much more for soybeans and corn on American commodities markets. NHK World's David Savino reports.
Record high temperatures have been hitting wide areas of the U.S. since last month. Daytime temperatures top 40 degrees Celsius in Washington, D.C., St. Louis, and many other cities. Farmers in the grain belt haven't had it so bad in years. I'm here in western Kentucky, center of the worst drought in the last 15 years. Now, the heat and lack of water has withered this corn down to almost nothing. Tripp Furchess farms in western Kentucky. He usually harvests corn in autumn, but this year there won't be nearly as much to gather. His crop will yield less than half of normal.
And those right there are very hard to harvest. When you go through a combine, it's very difficult to get that off and conserve the quality and integrity of the grains.
His warehouse is almost empty, and he probably won't be able to fill it this year.
I would say very easily western Kentucky is cut half production-wise, which is below our need to make a profit, you know.
Forecasters with the U.S. Department of Agriculture say less grain will grow this month than predicted, and stockpiles will be lower. The forecasters now say corn stockpiles will be 37% lower than in the previous month. The shortage is pushing up futures prices. Prices in the Chicago Board of Trade serve as benchmarks for other markets around the world. During the last month, the price of corn futures went up over 25%. Bidders have pushed up the price of soybeans by 16% in the same period, and in this past month, they paid more than they have in 4 years.
The price of that grain this year will be significantly higher because of the bad weather that we've had. We've got a demand problem and a weather problem, and those two things mean higher prices longer.